Later that night, we started the song creation process. And the first step of that is choosing the beat to write to.
So what's up? Can we pick a beat or something?
Then we hear the beats. And that's when it started to go downhill.
Let's vibe out to it for a second, see if you're feeling it.
So is this the beat or am I singing?
What's the beat?
I think y'all need to listen to it a little bit. Is this 5? Anybody for 5?
Oh, you want beat 3? I want beat 7.
The one thing I don't like about this beat is it sounds like Sustainable Part 2.
Oh, you want beat 5? The options are 3 and 7. Pick one.
I never do
3 or 7. This one or the other one? That's the difference between 7's more of like an industry beat, whereas 3 is more of like an underground beat.
You want 3 still? Yeah, we doing 7.
Let's just do 7 and shut up.
7, yep. All right.
Let's just end this here. I'll
It's
switch
7.
it. I'll switch
No
it
need to
make
change
it-
the beat.
It was really hard to find a beat because I feel like everybody in YAP has they're kind of opinionated, but not really, but kind of.
Break it down and make it right. Gotta make it through the underground world tonight.
I think this number 3 beat, like it's crazy because we were listening to it in the van and we were like, yo, that sounds like the campground. That sounds like driving out to the wildlife refuge.
Oh, you like 7 now. Too bad 3's better. Like, it's back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And there's always going to be that wondering what could have been with that beat, what could have turned out. But at the end of the day, you really got to be confident in what you got. That was out of the way. We picked the beats.
After choosing a beat, we moved on to writing our verses with the information we gathered so far.
We just go out there, we try to enjoy ourselves, have a fun time, but at the same time, we in our heads thinking about, oh, what can I use for my line and da-da-da-da. You just want to pull the best things that the instructors or whoever you're talking to, whatever you're reading, and put it into a song. It's kind of like a challenge.
When you hear the research, you start thinking about, that's a cool word. That can rhyme with a lot of things. All right, so you start thinking about what you're going to rap about, what your verse going to be.
Like we were in the car yesterday for like 10 hours. And I mean, I know y'all were sleeping for a lot of that, but that's not like an easy thing to do. Imagine walking. You know what I'm saying? We were kayaking. Yeah, like we were kayaking through that water today. Like imagine having to walk through that like knee deep in mud.
This new song process was kind of tough.
More people, you know what I'm saying?
Instead of saying she lost her husband, I could say she lost love. Because she lost her sister, and she lost her husband trying to be free. She remarried according to that thing.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Taking out whatever you can learn from the situation and just molding that into a song.
All of us can't be talking about Harriet Tubman, though.
I'm not.
I ain't talking about Harriet at all.
Only Code is talking about Harriet.
I got the information from my verse from just the visit to the Bucktown store, listening to Sue and her stories about Harriet Tubman. And then we went to the Harriet Tubman Museum and I read a couple of the brochures. And I know one of the things that stood out to me was a quote from Harriet Tubman that said she never ran off track and she never lost a passenger. So I had to incorporate that quote into my song somehow.
Moses of the people may be small but not frail.
For real?
I never lost a passenger.
Pass.
Not one casualty.
Cash.
Never run a course or
Course.
one slave master.
Me personally, I had to rewrite my verse like 3 times because like different things influenced me at different times before I wrote different verses. So I had to keep rewriting it, boom.
Harriet Tubman flow coming from the underground. I'm on the grind till I'm in the grind. My heart pine till it be quiet.
I don't know about them, but it's a competition for me, man. It's you 4 people in a group. You gotta have that Busta Rhymes on scenario type verse. You gotta blow everybody out the water.
Underground Railroad King, Bun B. Made it out my shackles, came back from my family.
Bun B, the Bun B though is just like,
that
just started off wrong, yeah.
I get where you're going, but it's underground kings though.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah,
I made it modern by including other rappers, so it's like it's a more modern take on it.
I used that line before you used it.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Coming up on the next episode of the North Star Journey, Yap visits the last home Frederick Douglass owned in Washington, D.C.
His whole life was just centered around the fact that all humans should be equal and how he did rise from being a slave to living up on Cedar Hill in a house like this.
Started at the bottom, now they're gonna see the hill.
And Yap sets up shop at the Greenbelt Campground.
There you go. Snap that in.
Yeah, I'm just putting sticks together like I know what I'm doing.
Camping. It's intense.
That's next time on Yap's North Star Journey.